Hi guys, wnews.com, and I'm here with the Samsung Gear Fit. This is a bracelet for health and fitness. It was unveiled at Mobile World Congress 2014 with the Galaxy S5 that you can see right here. It's paired to this handset, and the price tag of this fitness bracelet is $199 on Amazon.com. This is both a smartwatch, a fitness tracker, and it's dust and water resilient. Now let's talk about the design. So this is a light and slim accessory, also minimalistic, as you can see right here. It weighs 27 grams, and things worth mentioning here are the fact that we get only one physical button. This one here is the on-off button, but you can also assign a function to it. So for example, if I double tap it, I went straight to the media controller that allows me to stop or play stuff on my Galaxy S5. Aside from that, you can see that we can pair it to a phone, we can pair it to a variety of devices, but before that, this is a bracelet of the device. It's easily to latch on with these little pins here. Actually, let's put it on. It's quite hard to put on, you have to have a bit of precision. So here we go. Trying to get it right. It's a bit loose, but you get the idea. You can also activate it by flicking your wrist. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. I guess I put it on wrong. Keep in mind, you should usually have the charging pins on this side. And it can also be set up if you're a lefty or a right-handed user. That's much better. Okay, much tighter. And this is how you scroll through the interface. And this is how you attach the device. Now let's talk about it a bit. At the front side, we have a curved Super AMOLED screen that looks very hot. And aside from that, at the back we have these pins here used for the charging, and this heart rate sensor right here. I'm going to show you the charging accessory. It's very small. This is it. It has a USB port right here, and you attach it something like this. Let's see if we can do it. It clips on and it's easy to take off. Here we go, and that's the charging accessory. Okay, let's talk about the device some more. We have interchangeable bands on this device, varied colors, and we have a chrome edge around the screen. As you can see, it's a chromed edge for this device. It's obviously plastic, but chromed. The body of the device is all plastic. The band is rubberized, has a pretty comfy texture. It sits nice on the user's hand. It's comfy and sporty at the same time. It is not elegant, but rather sporty. It's compatible with the Galaxy S5, Galaxy Note 3, Galaxy S4, Galaxy S3, S4 Mini, the Note 3 Neo, and Galaxy S4 Active. Overall, there are 17 compatible devices, including 1 or 2 tablets. Now let's talk a bit about the hardware. So we're dealing with a display here. It's a 1.84-inch curved screen, Super AMOLED touchscreen, with a resolution of 432 over 128 pixels. It's an atypical resolution. The density is 244 ppi. Other features include an accelerometer. We also have gyroscope, heart rate sensor, Bluetooth 4.0, low energy, and the usage time for the device should be about 3-4 days. So this battery should last you for about 3-4 days when working out and other tasks. Sadly, the band is not very easy to remove. I had actually quite a hard time to remove the band from the device. You have to be a bit violent. This is it, that's the band. You can get it in a variety of colors. And that's the body. As I said, all plastic, very light, and with chromed edges around the screen. Now let's put it back. It's much easier to put back than to remove. The screen offers great contrast, deep blacks, and I talked too soon. Trying to get it back on. As I said, the screen offers great contrast, deep level of black, and vivid colors, plus great viewing angles, so you can watch your bracelet all the time while jogging and stuff like that. You can also adjust the brightness from the special settings, and the CPU inside this device is an ST Microelectronics Cortex M4 clocked at 180 MHz. The battery inside is a 210 mAh. It lasted me, as I said, for about 3 or even 4 days. Some people even got 5 days, but they probably don't work out much. Here it is, 53%. Yesterday it was at 80%. Today I use the pedometer and a working out app, and we reach 53%. As far as the UI is concerned, it's all based on swiping around, tapping the screen as you see me doing. Usually you have a back button that turns you back to the main menu. There are no gestures here and there are no apps to install. You can flick the wrist to activate the device. So if you hold it on your wrist and do a movement like this, sometimes the screen gets activated on its own. It has to be a natural movement. So imagine you're flicking the wrist and as you can see it went on. Does not work every time, as I said. The operating system here is not Android, it's not Tizen, and we have no speaker and no camera. So this is a very basic device. It's not exactly a very smart smartwatch and you cannot install applications on it. The screen, as you can see, it's only landscape at first, but you can go to the settings and you can turn it in portrait if you want. After all, you're holding it like this on your hand, so maybe a portrait orientation works better. And let's actually check out that orientation, since I talked about it. Display, rotate screen, vertical. This is the vertical approach. That's how you can see stuff. I'm already used to the landscape orientation, so I find it bizarre. So let me turn it back to horizontal. Okay, going further, this interface includes a main screen that includes the time, the date and the weather, but you can customize it obviously. And then we have the pedometer right here. You press start counting your steps, calories and all that. And you can also see your history with the dates of the month and how many steps you walked, how many kilometers, calories, and about a few days before. You can also set a goal, how many steps to reach. You'll be signaled. You'll be given a small golden badge once you reach 5,000 steps. You can also reset your steps, and those are basically all the options of the pedometer. Then there is the exercise section with running, walking, cycling, hiking, and history. You can see the exercises I've done here. Walking, running. That's basically it. And aside from that, as I said, you can start it up, check out the history, set a goal, and activate a feature called coaching. It's got real-time coaching, and basically the bracelet will keep vibrating towards the goal. So if your heart rate is too slow, considering that you're running, it makes you run faster by vibrating. If your heart rate is too fast, it will vibrate to make you go slow. And this option right here will allow you to have the heart rate display at all time while you're doing your workout. As I said, you can do walking, cycling, running, or hiking. The thing I must mention is that you can also set some goals here. Running, walking, let's see, cycling. The goal can involve a distance maybe, time, or calorie. Each of them are customizable, time, distance, or simply no goal. Other things worth mentioning are the speed, pace, max speed, average speed, and stuff like that. So let's try to find a workout session. Let's try running. Go to history. Here you can see, as I said, average speed, maximum speed, and maximum pace. So you get a pretty detailed view of your workout, as detailed as it can be on such a small screen. Other things worth mentioning is that it bothered me, the fact that you cannot use this on indoor gear. So if you like to run outside, it's okay. If you like to run on a treadmill, well, it's basically for nothing. And if you like to cycle on place on a static bike, this one doesn't support it. It always tries to be tethered to your phone in order to get the location and trace a route on the map or something like that. So if you want to run indoors, this will not track your workout properly. So bad luck for you. The vibrations will be the ones telling you to speed up, slow down with the coaching mode, and you have to keep your heart rate up or down if it's too high. This is the heart rate section. This is the latest measurement. You can see a history of the BPMs in varied times and at various hours. This is very easy. Using this sensor right here, you put the device on your hand and it starts measuring instantly. It's usually a good idea to sit still and not talk. So this is the latest measurement you're seeing right here, 77 BPM. I have to say that after working out, sweating a bit, and with this little hair on my hand, it had a hard time checking on my heart rate. It said 000, so we had some problems with the tracking. Okay, and now let's check out the other features. Sleep tracker is one of them. Is actually the one I like the best because I'm not familiar with this function on other devices. So we got this tracking here. What you can do is that before you go to sleep, you put the bracelet on your hand, then you start to rest, press the start button, and at the end of the night, in the morning, you'll see that you spent 8 hours and 9 minutes, of which 91% you were motionless. Here's the history and your tracked time. You were motionless for 7 hours and 26 minutes, so that's the pure sleep. As the studies show, if you move a lot during your sleep, you don't get a good rest. So this is a basic level of sleep tracking. There are better ways, but I guess this will have to do. The disadvantage here is that this option, the sleep tracking, is not included in the health application on the Galaxy S5. So if you enter it, there's actually no sleep segment here, although an update was promised to include that. So you have pedometer, exercise, heart rate, food weight, but no sleep tracker. Hopefully someday soon we'll get it. And if you're wondering how this traces your sleep, it uses the embedded accelerometer to see if you're moving or jerking your hand during the sleep. So slight movement counts and it creates the statistics that you need. We also have a stopwatch that does exactly what it says. It does a chronometer with varied laps. And aside from the stopwatch, you also have a timer that can count down from something. Let's actually stop it. And then let's see what else. We have an option called Find My Device. So if you lose your phone and you have no idea where it is, you misplaced it under the couch, this deafening noise starts and then you can find your device easily. Okay, other stuff to show you. Settings, here we are. You can see this little blue symbol in the corner. It means we're connected via Bluetooth to the device. And we see the battery then. We got a clock option here. You can customize what's shown on the screen with the date, place, schedule stuff in your calendar, the steps you've taken, the date and the weather. All a cool new wallpaper I installed. Then there's the wallpaper section with a lot of stuff to play with. Let's choose this one. Okay, and then we move further. We got the display options right here. We got brightness, turning up to level 6, which is outdoor mode. It's reasonably bright, by the way. The screen is reasonably bright. You wear the watch on the left or right wrist. Rotate the screen. Screen timeout, set it up to 5 minutes, using up a lot of battery. You saw earlier the rotate screen option, and home icon size, large or small. Font size, small or medium, and finally wake up gesture. You can either see the clock, the last screen, or just turn it off. And by wake up gesture I mean this one, flicking your wrist. Then we got Bluetooth, on or off, make visible. Double press means to assign a feature to this physical button. If you double press it, it means you go to notifications, media controller, exercise, heart rate, timer, stopwatch, or settings. Mine, as you saw before, goes to media controller. We got profile, selecting male or female, privacy lock if you feel the need for a pin, and you can simply reset the device, and that's about it in the settings area. As you can see, we changed the background. It's like we have an entirely new device right now. Let's see what other things we have here. Okay, let's see if we missed any option. We got a profile, we got reset the gear, and now it's time for the big old notifications. As you can see, we have some notifications from Samsung apps, Dropbox, Google Play Store. We also get notifications from the likes of Gmail and things like that. And let's not forget the media controller. What this does is a basic feature. If I select a certain song, so I'm too busy to take the phone out from my bag or from my pocket, I play the song like this, I stop it like this, I go to the next song, I tweak the volume like this. So that's the media controller, and now I will get back to notifications. They are shown like this in a very discreet way, and if you tap one of them, you see what's happening here. You can delete the notification like this, or you can simply go to the device to see what's happening. That also applies to the emails. We also have a notification here. If you touch, you update stuff, and the device will vibrate and show an icon on the screen while you're doing the update or whatever is required. You get notifications from calendar, Gmail, Facebook, calls and texts, obviously, and the device, as I said, will vibrate and it will light up when the notification comes in. By the way, when you get a call or a text, you can also reject the calls, and you can select the option to reject the call and send a call you later message. And if you get a text, you can read it, you can read all of it on this tiny little screen, and you can also reply with several predefined messages, send as an answer like I'll be late, or don't wait for me, or I'm not coming, or maybe something like that. You can also read full emails on this screen thanks to the notification area. So let's delete some more of these notifications. And as I said, once you get an email, you can read it right here. And if you're using the Samsung email application, the standard one, you can actually send email replies. I'm guessing those are the predefined ones. Okay, and now I'm going to show you the phone's GearFit Manager. That was basically all you had to see from the interface, all its features, anything it can do. Now let's see the device part. So we go to the Samsung GearFit. This is what the GearFit Manager looks like. We got the device status right here. We got the home screen styler. It allows us to customize the look of the device. We got a bunch of clocks here, combos of clocks, time, weather, cool styles for the home screen. Let's select maybe this funky style. And it's already applying in real time. Hopefully. Here we go. Very funky watch. And then we can change the layout, so the order of the apps on your watch can be changed, available colors, and aside from that we have a special section for S Health. It brings me straight to the app, but there's also the settings area. You can transfer your pedometer or transfer all your data here. That includes the exercise, the heart rates and all that, so you'll be up to date. Then we got the settings, stuff that happens by double pressing the power key, auto lock, wake up gesture, send help messages, manage primary contacts. Here you can edit your call reject with I'll call you later or another one. This is what you can reply with when you receive a text, yes, no, okay, what's up. And here you can manage your contacts. So it's very nice, you can actually manage everything from this app, including the notification area. We got limit notifications that will stop all notifications except those that are urgent, like incoming calls or alarms. By the way, alarms will also show up here, so if it can wake you up. We got smart relay, so you can view content from your gear on your mobile device. You can preview notifications on the handset's screen, and you can keep its screen off to save battery, so you just get the notification but it doesn't light up the screen. And these are all the apps compatible with notifying your GearFit. We got obviously calls, alarms, schedule, missed call, message, email, weather, and a huge number of apps, of which you can only select 10. Okay guys, so this is basically all you had to know about this funky little device. It's called the GearFit, Samsung GearFit. It's a pretty nice fitness accessory, so let's talk about the verdict. I'm going to talk about the pros. On the pro side, it's obviously light, it's slim, it weighs 27 grams. It has a very good screen, very good view angles, good colors, and this little curve is actually fit for seeing it for any angle, which is very important. So when you're jogging, you don't have to keep setting it up for a better view. It's viewable from all angles. Okay, so light, slim, good screen. It has a sleep tracker, which is always a plus. It has a heart rate monitor right here, although it's not very accurate, keep that in mind. We have many compatible apps for notifications, and it's water and dust resistant, which is always a plus. On the con side, the heart monitor is not accurate, and if you work out indoors, it's a bummer for you because this device cannot track your treadmill exercise. It always tries to locate you, so if you want to cycle, it wants to receive the location from our mobile device. It really needs that GPS to go working and do the task and actually check out if you're moving around the map or not. As I said, this is a bummer if you like working out indoors. Okay, on the con side, we also find the price. You can actually get similar devices for smaller prices. It's also hard to remove this band here, which is another con. There's no audio, there's no cam. Sleep tracking is limited because it doesn't have S-Health compatibility yet. And the battery life is below other fitness bracelets. I've seen devices like this getting even a week of usage, so 3-4 days is a little. And now for the final grade, I'm going to give this Samsung device a 9.3 out of 10 for the design. It's still a pretty good design. It looks very nice on your hand, you have to admit that. The hardware gets a 7. This is not exactly a proper smartwatch, it's rather a bracelet. For the OS and UI, well, we don't have an OS here, so basically only the UI gets an 8 from us. So tabletnews.com gives this device an 8.1 out of 10. I wouldn't buy it because I'm used to cycling indoors. I'm using a treadmill, so it's not much use to me, except for the sleep pattern and maybe for the occasional walk with the pedometer. So I wouldn't buy it, but maybe some of you who hike outdoors or work out outdoors may buy it. That's it from tabletnews.com. Bye bye.